Latin 3. I think I found a workaround for Catullus 37. All the same, you still want to put the earbuds in because this is one of the most salacious of his poems. He really amps up that passion up to level 20. So, I'm going to do my best to translate it as you see fit, but also I don't want to upset anyone. So, here we go. Adulterous tavern, and all of you all its tent mates, on the 9th pillar from the capped twin pillars, do y'all think it's allowed for only you to be picked? And that all of you should, whichever of the girls you think the rest of us are goats? Or because you all sit in an unbroken line, stupid, 100, perhaps 200, y'all don't think that I would dare to 100 of you sitters? And consider this, for I shall write it with for all of you on most of the front of the inn. For my girl who fled from my embrace, whom I loved as much that no other will be loved, for whom there were so many great battles fought for by me, she sits down in this dive of yours. All you good and lucky fellows love her, and indeed, what is a darned shame, all of the small-time louts and alleyway sex maniacs, you, beyond the rest, one of the hairy fellows, you rat-faced son of Spain, Ignatus, whom a 5 o'clock shadow makes look good, and whose teeth are scoured with Iberian piss. In other words, you stinky-breathed, unshaven ass. So there you go. He's really going after all of the customers at the tavern that his girl now works at. She fled his embrace to go work there at that tavern. There's a couple things there that I'd like to highlight for you. One, he says, the 9th pillar from the capped twin pillars. The thing is, most of the people that are visiting these aren't necessarily literate, so he has to give you geographic instructions on how to get there. Okay, it's like third door down from Bonsai Sushi. Okay, and then to think that the rest of us are goats, like, so you may not know this, but male goats tend to urinate on their own foreheads and stink really badly, and that attracts the females. So a goat is typically a stinky animal. Okay, so you think you get to go in there and pick whoever you want, and that the rest of us are goats? We who haven't been waiting this whole time? He also calls them tent mates, which is interesting because in the army you lived with 7 other guys, and you were very, very close. But then you don't, and you're all just sitting there in a row. And when people are sitting there and I'm standing, do you not think that I will do these things? And then he says, I will write it for you in certain shapes, because that's the only language they would know how to read. He's essentially saying, like, shall I write it in those things? Will that help you read it? And then the rest of it you pretty much get, because from lines 11 on, he's essentially laying out why he's upset about that place. His girlfriend left him to go working there, and he feels quite rejected by it. And then he picks one guy specifically whom he saw buying the services of his girl, Ignatus, which is Ignacio in Spain. But he calls him a rabbit-faced son of Spain. I might have said rat-faced because I was speeding through it. Whom a 5 o'clock shadow would make look good. Romans were really big on not having beards. And teeth scoured with Iberian piss. So that's the Iberian Peninsula, which is essentially Spain. People would brush their teeth and whiten their teeth using urine because the ammonia in it would be a cleaning agent. It's also used in tanning and stuff like that. So that is 37. I hope that the compromise that I found worked for you. Next chapter will be chapter 69. If you have any questions, translate it as best you can, send it to me, and we will work our way through it. Also, let me know somewhere on there what level of modesty you want to work under. All right, I'm going to hit the button.